Hi, my name is Sarinah and I'm a first year PhD researcher at the University of Aberdeen. I'm in the Department of English Literature within the School of Language, Literature, Music and Visual Culture, or LLM-VC. I did the final year of my undergrad in the same department and as you can tell, I wasn't quite ready to say goodbye. The purpose of this vlog is to document my experiences as a PhD researcher. When I was an undergrad last year, I saw PhD students as the pinnacle of academic success and as people who had their stuff together at all times. Now I'm one myself, I can confidently say that this could not be further from the truth. If you're thinking of doing a PhD, I hope this video will help you realise that it isn't an impossible pursuit reserved only for people who aren't you. Without further ado, I'm going to tell you a bit about my research and also my thoughts, worries, fears and hopes for the coming year. So my research is concerned with literary representations of autism with a specific focus on environment. So basically I'm working out how autism is represented in books and popular media and what that says about how society understands the condition as a whole. By doing this topic, I hope to change perceptions and attitudes regarding what autism is and who it affects. Autistic people often feature in stories but rarely have control over the narrative, and I'm determined to change that. People often have the attitude that literature or art subjects in general are pointless pursuits. That's simply not true. Most people, when they think about autism, envision figures such as Christopher Boone from the novel The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, Raymond Babbitt from the film Rain Man, or Sheldon Cooper from the TV series The Big Bang Theory. This shows that we can't just study autism through the lens of medicine or psychology or science. Writing, performance and the arts directly shape and inform societal attitudes, and that's why it's important to pay attention to them and to point out if and when they fall short. And if you still think that the arts are unimportant, I'd like to hear of one person who got through lockdown without them. As an English literature student, I have no labs or fieldwork to do, so I've been working from home and I haven't been in a university building since February. I'm lucky enough to have my family in Aberdeen and a quiet space to work in, except when I'm being distracted by my cat, my dog, my gerbils, or my guinea pigs. Working from home does come with challenges that I never foresaw. Despite having sufficient company from cuddly companions and good coffee that doesn't cost $1.25 a cup, I do find that I'm missing a lot of the things that I took for granted when I was studying on campus last year. I think that for a lot of us, uni is much more than a place of study, and campus can kind of feel like a second home. I miss the campus, my friends, and even the daily commute. But most of all, I miss meeting new people and attending social events. Aberdeen is home to so many independent creatives, and even though we don't have an inexhaustive list of big events or loads of venues, the number of students working to keep the art scene alive and thriving really is inspiring. If you don't have at least a little bit of imposter syndrome as a PhD student, you're in the minority. I do fear that I won't progress well with my PhD, and the current situation isn't exactly helping. I'm only funded for 1 year, and for myself and most other arts students, funding applications are a rigorous and competitive process. I am, of course, worried that I won't return to campus for the duration of my PhD. But the idea of working from home years into the future is something on everyone's mind, staff and students alike, and not just those in Aberdeen. That's why I'm truly lucky to have such a supportive, vibrant and engaging postgraduate community on the university's online portals. What keeps me going are the encouraging comments from other students, the frequent video chats we have that have little or nothing to do with academia and lots to do with TV shows and Spotify playlists, and knowing that no matter how hard things get, I can always reach out to staff members whose job it is to help myself and my fellow students. One other thing that keeps me going is the Monday message from the postgraduate director of LLM-VC. Every Monday morning I open up my email inbox to a link of a video of her speaking to us from her home. And whether she's discussing her latest baking recipe, dressing up for Halloween, or just telling us that we're doing great and not to give up, it really does lift my spirits for the entire week. While I was used to having lots of deadlines as an undergraduate, I don't actually have any external assessments until Easter, where I'll be required to submit 12,000 words of my thesis for examiners to determine whether or not I'm fit to continue with my PhD. I hope I can provide an update at some point soon regarding how things are going and to just talk a bit more about my PhD journey. After all, I'm only just getting started.